Hello and welcome to moinframe. My name is Justus and today we are back with a quick tip. We are customizing panel core components without overriding them. Sometimes you just want to sprinkle a little feature on some built-in panel component, but keep it clean for future updates. Here is how we can do it. In the Kirby starter kit, I have added a heading block. This is the default heading block that I've copied. And I've added two new fields, a style field, which the user can select styles that represent the level of the heading, and an alignment field, which represents the text alignment. In the panel, if we open up a block, we can see there are two new fields, the style field and the alignment field. And I want those fields represented in the preview here. I could override the heading block component, but then I would not get potentially updated view component code in a Kirby update. But there is another option to do it. I have recreated a very simple plugin. You can find it in plugins, panel extents, and it just has two files, an index.js and an index.css file. And those two files will be autoloaded by the panel. Let's see what's in the index.js. We define the plugin as normal with the window panel plugin definition. And then under the components, we are extending the kblock type heading. Kblock type heading is the view component that is rendering the heading block or the heading block preview. And we are extending it. So not overwriting the whole component, but saying, okay, let's make a new component that has the same name and use most of the code from the existing component. And there are a few things we have added. The first one is a method that is called update data attributes. And this gets the style and alignment values from the content. So from the selection the editor is making. And it will set the dataset, style and dataset alignment to those values on the element itself. So this component will get a data alignment and data style attribute with the content that is selected through the blueprint. Then we have a watch method to look for changes in the content. And if the content changes, so the editor changes a value, we run the function we have defined. So update the values in the attributes. And we're also doing that on mounted. And that is the hook when the component is loaded. So when the page gets loaded in, we want to update the data style and data alignment values. All right, beside the data attributes, we need some styles. Those are defined in the index.css file, and they are pretty simple as well. We have the kblock type heading input, which is the class that sits on this component. And we define the data style h1, which is represented in the blueprint. And we give it a text size of text 3XL. And we do the same for the h2 to h6. And for the alignment, it's the same. We are using the data alignment, left, center, and right values we have defined. And we are setting the style to text align left, center, or right. Let's have a look at the results. So back in our panel, we are in the heading block. And if I change the style of this block, we can see the headline size is changing here. So we have separated the level, which stays at h2, and the style of the headline. And we can set the alignment too. So we can align center, align right, or align left. These styles will, of course, not be present in our frontend, so we have to make sure that we are also updating the block output in the snippet. But for our panel preview, we have made it clear for the editor that this text is centered in the frontend. And that's it for today. I really enjoy these little updates to make sure the editor has an understanding and a preview of the options he or she set in the block. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye!